Hey people, this is TK Law Thunder posting a vlog. Yeah, I'm never any good at least doing intros or shit, so that's probably the most amount of intro you're going to get from me on this. I have a run sheet for this video for fucking once, in which I'm going to talk about pretty much everything that happens. Not sure what there is to talk about now. Say that I am not really mean that, but first thing is, you may be wondering why there is a microphone stand in front of me. That's so that I don't get interference from the fact that I'm grabbing the microphone like that. That will be reduced. Okay, now to start actually doing shit with this video. I'm growing the black out of my hair. And I'm going for a normal hairstyle as well to finish, so no more of this long shit at the back. Maybe dyeing it blonde, but who knows. Someone who I know in real life, she told me, hang on, you've been criticising Dave Howard a while for the last few days because of the fact that he changed his hairstyle and became a normal person. How can you change yours? Well, I'm not at the head of an alternative rock band with a niche appeal who's changing their hair to get a wider audience. And if you're saying he's not changing his hair to get a wider audience, well, he's wearing a fucking suit in his latest video. How the fuck would he be wearing a suit while jumping around on stage if he wasn't going for a clean-cut presentation? Because people see quite effeminate looking man and think, he's just for a gay rock band. It's like, well, he's not gay, I think. Probably not, anyway. Jury's out. Okay, number 3 on my list is the Grave/Crisis account, which is a new account I'm going to bring out, where I'm going to be under an alias called Jeremy Grave, because I'm going to be expressing some opinions and film truths, which I have a feeling may get me into trouble in real life. And probably make me unemployable, so I'm going to keep them away from my real life identity. In case anyone's wondering, this is blackcurrant juice. Just thought I'd get that out there. Is that a knife? Yep, that's a knife. Which reminds me, actually, Sport, if I ever see you, this is going in your fucking eye. Because gay crazy lads, not funny. Random annoying calls at 2 a.m. aren't funny. Speaking of gay, I'm not gay. I'm bisexual, there's a difference. And also, bisexuals aren't greedy. Despite what straight people and gay people seem to think. I like dick, I like pussy. I like pussy a lot more than I like dick. But now, I'm recording this at 5:45 in the morning. And if it wasn't for the fact that my dad's taken to sleeping on the sofa lately, I wouldn't be able to do this vlog right now, because he'd be asleep on that bed right over there. And some people may be wondering, why you're 17, why are you sharing a room with your dad? Well, it's some bunk beds, and my dad, it's because my dad refuses to get a job, so he's nearly 50 and he's living with my grandma. Failure. If I'm 50 and I'm still living with my mum, just shoot me. Honestly, just shoot me. But that's enough about my waster of a dad who's been unemployed for 2 years now. And is an alcoholic. I swear I won't be like him. Someone asked me, do you play WoW? No, I don't. Because my computer, you can just see it over there. I have no idea which direction I'm actually pointing when this goes up, but I'm pointing to my actual right. Because that computer probably has the same gaming capabilities as a mid-range computer from 2001. I can play the Halo demo on it. That's about it. And there's another reason as well, is that I will not play about $5.99 a month to play what looks like a decent game, but I'm still not paying $5.99 for it. If it was like £40, it's basic fee, and you can play online all you want for it, then I'll pay that, because it looks like a pretty alright game. I've never tried it because of certain capabilities of my computer. I do play RuneScape when I'm bored, but that's like a slow burning thing. I don't play it like as much as I can, because and I won't pay for it because I don't play it more than about once a month. I got a 30-day membership once, and it was actually quite worth it. I fletched for about half of that, and I got to level 99 fletching, and earned enough money to buy all the shit I needed, and even this level 99 skill cape. Number 6 is, oh yeah, I go to LANs now. They're pretty awesome, actually. I've been to one so far, and I'm going to one in May, I think. I'll check my schedule later. The Frag Factory people are quite awesome. Just play Rock Band half the time, and what other games have played there? Counter-Strike, yeah. But there were more than that, and it was all ace, so spent actually quite a while of that LAN playing Trackmania. But I digress. My music. Someone asked me what happened, why I'm not in a band right now. Well, the first band I was in, called White Knight, it was something me, Laura, and Haley put together over the internet, and featured 2 other people I actually know. But they were like, you've got... you mean 2 of your members of your band that live in Chicago? I was like, yeah, they do. We'll never be able to play live shows. but I can just like get a CD player and play their DJ samples and shit, which is basically all they contributed. Well, they're like, no, we'll never be able to do live shows with 2 members missing. Oh, well, we could just get a decent keyboard player who could actually replace Laura and Haley. But shut the fuck up. So that was that with that band. I just broke it up and laughed because that was shit. Then there was Blood in the Sky, which never got to start because I made a few demos with Laura, but no one wanted to join. I made it in May, and the invitation is still out on Facebook, and no one's replied to it. I know a lot of musicians over Facebook, and none of them joined, so that was shit. And then there's As Dawn Fades. That was my most recent band I was in. I played bass for them, but then their drummer decided, you know what, my friend plays bass as well. I'd rather have him in my band than the guy who already knows 3 of our songs. So you know what, I'm going to throw Jordan out of the band, despite what the other 3 of you say. It's like, the guitarist was like, oh, well, I'm leaving anyway, I don't give a shit. And the singer's like, well, I've never even been to a practice while it's here, so I don't give a shit. And the guitarist is like, oh, well, I'm best mates with one of his really decent mates, but despite that, you'd think the loyalty you'd think I'd have from that, I'm going to let you throw him out as well. And this was all while I'm not here, so it's like, you know, well, and the funny thing is, their current bassist, his girlfriend, is having a baby, so he's probably going to have to do a bit of paternity leave during that, So, I think the guitarist said, yes, you can fill in for us on bass, seeing as you already know our songs, while he's away. And seeing as they have only one out of the 2 guitarists, I could fill in for them, but well, it depends if I'm in a band at that point. But am I just gonna spend 2 minutes talking about them? No, I'm running out of time. So, The Cube, my friends in real life. I'd say, quite misunderstood. We're considered to be a group of rejects, but we're just not. Well, there's like a guy who loves Star Wars and Doctor Who to the point where he routinely just comes in dressed pretty much like Doctor Who, and there's Hawkreek, whose channel I'm going to link to below. He's just Hawkreek. And then there's Otaku, who I'm not going to mention by her actual name, because I mentioned her name on Facebook, because I said, you know what, I think she looks and sounds a bit like Queen Elizabeth from Blackadder, and she was like, dude, you can't say that, how dare you say that when I haven't even seen you in a week. I was like, whoa, I was just saying. But anyway, that's the end of my friends. I'm running out of time, so I'm just going to mention the fact that when I'm 18, I'm planning on getting a job, moving out. Another one of my friends has a boyfriend who lives in Wakefield, which is less of a shit tip, and is the house he currently lives in, there's like barely any rent on it, and there's 5 bedrooms, so depends if he lets me, but I'd really love to crash there. Wow, I got that fast. And that's the end of this video. I have 7 seconds left, so this is going to be a really quick goodbye. Everyone, you're awesome. Bye.